Thanks for jumping on board with Bottom Up Boats as we review the Portaferry Town Regatta 2021. The Portaferry Town Regatta got off to its traditional start to the south of the town, with all the boats setting spinnakers and racing into the main part of the loch. GTR led the fleet off the line and tried hard to stay in the strongest current to keep a fast charging animal behind them. As the narrows opened up into the main part of the loch, Animal took the opportunity to round up on a puff, stepping forward on GTR and managing to take their wind, racing by them to windward. The only issue this created for the visiting Scottish boat was how to navigate and find the next mark on the course. Some friendly banter took place as Animal went by.
We're just getting our tablet out to plot our course. see the yellow field on the horizon? Yeah, it's somewhere near there. But there's about 5 islands in between, so be careful.
After narrowly avoiding the limestone Pilates, both boats hardened up on the way into mark number 9. Animal maintaining their lead with GTR hot on her tail as they doused spinnakers and prepared for the long work back up to mark 11 at Jackdaw Island. With Animal taking a tight rounding of the mark and losing speed, GTR put the bow down in a race to the shoreline, trying to get to a safe leeward position. There was multiple tacks on the long beat up to 11, with GTR trying everything in their armory to slip through Animal. But a close cover ensured that GTR could not punch through into the lead. As they approached mark 11, Animal had extended her lead from mark 5, pulling out a 30 to 40 second lead as the boats turned and set spinnakers to head off to mark 17 at Round Island. A misjudgment on sail selection from GTR could have proved costly. They rounded the mark and set their running spinnaker, but with the breeze further around towards the east than expected, the leg to Round Island was going to prove tight. With the kite up, the crew on GTR could see that Animal had selected a smaller reaching kite, which allowed them to keep off the windward hip of GTR. Solid crew work and great coordination between the trimmer and skipper on GTR enabled them to keep fighting, eventually soaking through to leeward of Animal, who was at full noise with the mainsail backwinding to windward. The hard work continued all the way down to 17, with bullet puffs coming over the peninsula. Concentrating on the trimming, GTR worked hard to get within 4 or 5 boat lengths of the mark, dropping the kite early to ensure a smooth and tight rounding, setting themselves up for the long beat back up to the narrows. The team on GTR worked hard on the long beat back up to Portaferry, hugging the shoreline and using the counter which was building prior to the tide turning to extend a lead of approximately 2 minutes at one stage over the water. Sadly, they got to the narrows too early and chose to cross prior to the tide fully turning, which allowed Animal to race up, taking a commanding victory. Le Basquier sailed well and used the tide at the end to come in a clear second place, with GTR taking third place on the day.